to Junk Journal Gems. I'm Lisa, and the excitement continues. We get to keep working on our altered holiday journals. I printed out my digitals and wanted to show you what I got. This first kit is from, it's either called Musings by Carolyn or Carolyn's Musings. I will link it in the description box below. And let's go over this one first. Here's one of the pages. I printed this out on 25-pound cardstock, or excuse me, 26-pound matte photo paper. Oftentimes I will, for my other journals, will print my digital kits out on a heavier paper. But because we are trying to be considerate of the space that we have here, I went down in weight in paper. In the past, I have also done this with regular copy paper, so whatever floats your boat. But these are so adorable. I wanted a pink Christmas candy, very girly, just yummy look to it. So that's the theme that you'll see going through these digitals. And I think it's so cute. I think I was thinking holiday sweets because I can't have sweets right now. So this is my way to have sweets. I can have them through my journal. These are so cute though. It's going to make me crave sweets though this holiday season. That might not be a good thing. Oh, but it's so, just such a yummy dive in kind of feeling that is left with this. Cookies in a jar. Hot chocolate bar. And it's got some nice pages for writing on too. See, and here it's even got checklist boxes. That's fun. Just a plain paper for writing on. Here's another one. And then the kit also has this fun striped paper. This fun image will be really nice for the backgrounds of some pages. This one has a pink background. Really pretty, almost icy pink looking snowflakes. I'm gonna see if I can bring you in a little more. Whoops, that might not be a good idea. I don't want to topple you. Here's some poinsettias. This has kind of a, I would call it a peachy pink look to it with some snowflakes in here. Real subtle but pretty. And then we get to the ephemera pieces, some tags. And this kind of ephemera to use in an altered book is fantastic because it doesn't do a lot to bulk up your book. So I encourage using digital ephemera for altered book. Look at this adorable pocket. Some more little corner tucks and another little piece. This one is the same piece here, but it has a different little pocket on it in this little gingerbread baking company. Whoops, have this upside down. Some more pockets and some tabs. Maybe we'll use some tabs in the journal. That will be fun. And then I thought these would be fun for some tags. Some recipe cards. Mom's favorite recipes, baked goods. So that is that kit. And then I got a second kit that coordinates super well with this kit. Let me get this one out of the way. This one is from Sweet Pea Curiosities. I've purchased kits from her before. I love her kits. But look how well they go together. Isn't that crazy? Just perfect. I'll show you this one also. Look at this gorgeous train. I could tell I had more than one sheet here. Look at that. I thought the little girls would be great with the sweets. Her eyes are so brilliant blue. And these printed off fantastically. Both sets did. But they are just beautiful. Exactly what I was looking for. And then we get into the backgrounds. These poinsettias. That's what I mean. They'll go really well together, these kits. And here's another background with some decorated Christmas trees, some other Christmas ornaments, some more trees. Oh, I just can't grab anything today. Here's a different background with some little girls and birds. This is fun. It goes vertically. You could use this like washi tape too. Same with these. Or you could fussy cut them or just use it as a background. So a lot of things you can do with something like this. And then this fun polka dot. Another stripe. Here's another with poinsettias. Then we get to the ephemera for this kit. Some pockets and tags and little labels. I love this. These would also make great Christmas gift tags. That's cool. It's giving me an idea. Then you have these Santas and these adorable little girls. All right, so those are the two decorative kits that I'm going to be using. And then I took it a step further now I didn't realize it at the time that I purchased this kit, but I purchased a planner kit. And, I'll link this one below. I was going to look at the name of the shop on Etsy that I got it from. It's Poppy something, but I'll link it below. I didn't realize until after the fact that you can only use this kit for personal use, so I will link it. But in the second journal that I put on my Etsy, then I will not be adding a planner, the planner portion to that one. That one will just be a journal, but whoever gets it can certainly add a planner pages to it. I've done that myself in the past where I've just made my own planner pages. But I thought I'd still show you what these look like. And it's just the days of the week. There are some writing pages. You've got a monthly page. This is more of the same. But then you've got also the number pages. I shrunk these down, a couple of those. And then you've got the months, the years, two different formats of the months, depending upon the font you like. You've got the days of the week in different fonts as well. And then to-dos, shopping list, important reminders, and some different Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday headers. I printed off two of those also. I thought this might be something fun to put into the journal, the shopping list, to do your holiday meal shopping and the menu. I don't typically use a habit tracker in my November, December journals. I probably should for a lot of things, but I don't. But just know that's in there in case you are a person who uses that. And there are some other pages in this kit as well that I did not print off. These I just happened to print from the Carolyn's Musings kit on the back of some of these pages. So let's get started. The other thing that you're going to want to have, if you want to put a little booklet in the back of your journal with a different page perhaps for everybody that you'll be shopping for this holiday season, I decorate a glassine bag and put this in the back of my journal. And now that I see this, I want to make sure I grab the right size. Oh yeah, This will work fine. Okay. Let's get cracking. So this one is the book that I am going to personally use. And I thought that I would just kick this off. I thought I was missing a page. No. I thought that I would put the month for November and then the weeks as far as I can in here. And I might even, let me see here. So you've got 5 weeks in November. You've got the month, week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for the month of December, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I may not. But I ripped the pages out. That might be just be okay. I think I'm going to not make that first one a pocket. But this one, I'm going to flip over to the other side and make it a pocket this way. Okay. If the paper clip will cooperate. I need my glue paper. And because I'm going to get all kinds of crazy with this, I'm going to get out my big glue paper. Because we will be some busy folks here. And then I need my tear ruler. I like my edges torn. You do not need to tear your edges. But one of the first decisions you're going to want to make, let me do this, is, well, let's get the edges off of this first. You can also cut this if you don't want to go through and tear everything. I've done it both ways. It's whatever your preference is. But with the lighter weight copy paper, this is much easier to tear than the heavier Red River matte photo paper I use. Oops, I don't need that one. Wake up. Use that for something else. So what I'm going to do then is put this on here like so. Some people, this border bothers them. So I've seen some people actually collage the back of that. You could use some of that border paper. I'm not going to do either of those. What I'm going to do, well, sure I am. Where did I put my vintage photo? I put it away. I'm going to use my vintage photo. And I'm going to get my handy dandy brush here and come in here just to knock down that fresh look, because I like a more vintage look. And I do come in here and get in the crease, in the gutter, whatever you want to call it. I feel like I'm not. And then, well, let's do this other side right away. So this way you've got a little bit of a vintage hue to your pages. What I'm going to do is grab one of these pages that we tore out of the book. Okay, you get the gist of that. And then we're going to start gluing. Couldn't find my my Uhu right away. I do use Uhu, and I've found that with this kind of pulpy paper, the Uhu works better than art glitter glue because this pulpy paper just kind of soaks things right up into it, and there is no forgiveness whatsoever. Plus, it sometimes kind of bubbles up and wrinkles up the paper a little bit. So I found better luck with using my glue stick. You can try another glue if you want. You could use a PVA glue. You just want to make sure that you get around the edges really good. But if something does lift later, you can come back and use your art glitter glue tip to get into the crevices where you need to add some additional glue. And you're going to want a card so you can make sure you're squishing everything down evenly, working from the middle out. Well, see, I got a little wrinkle in there. This is why we're working on mine first. I don't care about it for mine. There. Now later I'll be able to cut out the numbers, cut out the month of November, and put all of that on my planner page, but I'm going to save that for later. Okay, now we need one of our first weeks. That one I can see the Christmas through it, so we're going to use this one. Oh, come on. I've been waiting all day to get after this. So fun. Don't get me wrong, I love making other journals too, but I don't know what it is about this. I just love it so much. Now here I've got a little white here, so all I'm going to do is come in with my dauber and my vintage photo and just hit that a little bit. I think that's good. The nice thing about this kit is it's already got a distress look on it, so I don't have to ink a lot. Saved me a little work. That is very welcome. You'll go through some glue sticks doing this, so make sure you've got a few. I buy my Uhu sticks in kind of a bulk on Amazon, so I am well stocked for the activity. Then I even this up with the other page. Make sure I'm even on the page. And here you're going to want to pay attention to making sure your book is laying flat so that you get your digital really nice on your page, just like so. And then we've already done 2 pages, just like that, easy peasy. Let's go and ink this one. I'm gonna make sure you can see. Yep. We just got done clipping my husband's dogs' nails and trimming their hair around their feet and stuff. The only way they let us do it is, honest to God, if he holds them on his lap. And then they're all lovey-dovey about it. Yes, they're just a little spoiled. Just a little. Oh, went in a couple pages. Okay, now we've got one, whoa, that was terrible, wasn't it? Slow down. Works much better when you just take your time. Fancy Pantsy Lisa. Getting all crazy with it because I'm just so excited. I have already had Christmas music stuck in my head. It's not even October yet. I'm gonna blame it on the Hobby Lobby. It's all their fault. Having all those Christmas decorations out and looking all pretty right away. End of September. What are they thinking? And there's already people buying Christmas stuff. I saw ladies buying stuff already. I can't go that far yet. Although I don't need any Christmas decorations. We're at a point in our lives when we're simplifying our lives a bit. Don't need to be buying more. Now, when you do this, as you can tell from what I'm doing here, your paper will curl up a bit. And if you need to lift and press, by all means, don't be afraid to move your book around to get it all down the way you need to. Now, I can see the print from the back side of this through here, but I don't care about that because I will be writing all over this anyway. So that gives us 2 weeks. Just checking to make sure I didn't have calendar pages on the other ones I ripped off. Okay. Just keep gluing away. And some people would ask whether or not the Oohoo holds up, and I can tell you that for the journals that I've made in the past, they are still holding up. If I flip through that right now, it would still be absolutely fine. I like to go up in here like this. Careful you don't rip the paper. And then just squish it down. So we've got 3 weeks down. We're gonna come back in here. Not with that, I'm not. It's too full of glue. Come in here like this. I got my whole box of, I've got a separate box of all of my Christmas journal making supplies. So I got that box all out with my cardstock and my embellishments and my ephemera. Got some vintage Christmas cards in there. It was fun to kind of look through it because, you know, a whole year has gone by, so I forgot what I even did have in there. And of course, just because I couldn't resist, when I was at Hobby Lobby, they had a pad of Christmas paper, not cardstock. So I grabbed that too, just in case that came in handy for something. And I like having that kind of stuff on hand too, because if I buy gift cards for anybody, I make my own gift card envelopes. And if anybody would like to see how I do that, just let me know. I'd be happy to do a quick video on that. It's really simple and fun. I sew them, so it looks a little more special. Okay, what did I say? We have 3 weeks? Yes. The backs of those pages will make good backings for some tags. Because some of them have lines on them for writing. And I like making altered books for gifts this time of year also. It's fun to get a digi-kit that someone else would enjoy, but maybe isn't something that I normally use, and it just gives you a good excuse to play with something different. I lost my card. Just want to make sure it's good and schmucks down. Okay, so now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more. I knew I was going to do that, so why did I go ahead and hold it the way I was? I don't know. So I was pushing the envelope to see if it would work. And it didn't, and I knew better. So why did I still do it? I don't know. Why do we do that when we know something's going to happen and we still go ahead and do it anyway? I know. Makes no sense. Come on. You also want to try to hold your papers with your fingers as little as possible. I try to hold it with my fingernail because then it lifts less of the glue that way. I'm trying to do this so you can see what I'm doing. Just to be sure. There we go. Okay, so now we've got our 5 pages of the month of November. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can put the month calendar in for December. Don't need to do that again, Lisa. Well, kept wanting to slip around. It was slip sliding away. Ooh, I almost forgot to, were you yelling at me? I almost forgot to color my edges or distress my edges. You could also distress this with a colored ink. It might be fun. Oops. With these Dollar Tree books too, like I said earlier, the paper is just a lighter newsprint. So when you are tearing the pages or doing what I'm doing now, you do want to be a little careful because you don't want to rip a page that you would like to keep in the book. I was going a little crazy there for a little bit and could stand to settle down a little bit. Want a little more here. I feel like I can't get it in the middle here. There we go. Oops. I am going to need a new glue stick here shortly. Whoops. glue down one of the weeks here. Did I already use up? Yeah, because I printed it off differently. I'm going to have to print off more of the weeks here. So let me get myself a little organized. All right, so we're going to skip ahead. I'll finish this part up later. We'll need 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this will become a pocket. So, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here, what do I want to put? Let's just see. I want to put something that doesn't interrupt with the fold. So I don't want the image to be folded over. Might not be one of this first kit that would work for that. I might have to go to the other kit. Oh my goodness, here we go. Yeah, we're gonna go to the other kit here. I'm already seeing that this may work well. What else do we have? Or this might work well too. I think I'll use the tree. So it's the same process here. I'm going to do my inking. Still want your box of paper clips out, so now you can put them back in. I'm going to remove this one so it's out of my way. So even as you can see already, most likely, is that even doing an altered book, although it's a little less time consuming because you're not making a cover, I mean, doing, from scratch, and you're not making as much really big ephemera because the book can only hold so much. But it's still very time consuming because it's a lot of gluing things in, prepping the page before you glue something down. Guess what I'm saying is if somebody gives you an altered book as a gift, it's a lovely gift because they definitely put some time and attention into it. I'm going to go ahead and rip off all the edges on this because we'll use that little honey sooner or later. In both of these books, I'm going to use the same kits. Now here, because I'll use both images, I'm just going to rip it right down the middle where the line is already in the page. That's perfect. Okay, I'm going to want to cover up the number just barely down here. And then before I glue it down, what I like to do, I know a lot of other people don't do this, this is just a me thing. I do like to come in and rip off the excess, so I'm saving as much of the space in the book as possible. So as you can see, I ripped off about, what did I rip off? Where are the inches on this thing? Here we go. About 3/4 of an inch I've left. So then what I do here is what's left here that gets folded back. I take my glue stick again, and then fold this down. And it just reinforces that pocket edge then, gives it a little extra strength. Cookie, no, no. Dogs are starting to get restless again. I always do the outside edges last, so it's got less of a chance to dry. And like I said, I'm going to come in here and just barely cover up that number. I need to come out further on the page. And you want to make sure that the text is covered up as well. Whoops. And then bring this down over here. Make sure that's all intact as it should be. And then I come back and I just ink along this edge lightly. Okay, we've got that page done, but we're going to want to back this top portion with something. And I think what I will use, where is that? Here's where I can bring the candy in to the picture. But I'm going to want to do a little inking. Now, this portion of the page will be back behind the pocket, but I want to make sure I'm getting the edges up around that. So everything is uniform. Hi, Pearl. Did you come for a visit? My dog just came to say hello. I know I'm not playing right now, am I? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let's get the edges ripped off. Pearl, you're fine. You can just wait just a few minutes more. I'm almost done. I'm almost done making the journal with my friends. Okay. This Red River paper is such a good quality paper. That's also partly why the images print so well. Okay, so we're just going to want to go from like down to about here, the middle of the hot chocolate cup. Just trying to make sure I'm even here. So I can save that strip for an embellishment later. And then I'm going to want to do a full fold, so I am tearing it off where I need to. Make sure that fits well. And by Jove, it does. Actually, it's just a skosh long. Double check. Ooh, yeah, perfect. Cute. Okay, what I'm also going to want to do around this piece, hold on, drop my dauber, dauber, whatever. Oh, don't need to do it at the bottom, and only the top of this corner. And then we can go ahead and glue this. I think I'm getting to the end of my glue stick. Okay. So here we're going to want to make sure we are at the top even, and then bring it down here so that we're covering up all that text so you don't see that on the inside of the pocket. And then I will show you how we'll glue it together. So here's my recommendation on doing that. We're of course going to glue it here, and you're going to want to put a fairly generous amount, not a itty bitty little minuscule line, but fairly generous, because again, this is very pulpy paper and it just sucks up that glue like there's no tomorrow. You want to bring your 2 pages being adhered together up together and make sure they're even and press them like this. Do not put it down and glue it, otherwise it will not be even, especially where you've torn out pages. So there we go. You want to make sure you go over that a few times to make sure it's stuck well because of the pulpy paper. And then we've got our first pocket made. With that, I'm going to let my little girls out to use the facilities outside, and we'll come back and continue working on the journal in the next video. Click thumbs up, hit subscribe, and have a great day.